So 6.6, there's nothing new in 6.6. It's review of factoring techniques. So basically we're going to review 6.1 through 6.5. Okay, but first let's look at the handout that has all the rules, and you have this again on D2L that has all the rules that we went over. Factoring start. The first thing we always want to do is to take out the greatest common factor. You always count the number of terms. Depending on how many terms the problem has, you will use different factoring techniques to factor out. If you have 4 terms, then you would do grouping. If you have 3 terms, then you do trinomials by grouping. And if you have 2 terms, these are the 4 rules: difference of squares, sum of squares, difference of cubes, and sum of cubes. You have all the rules for these, and then you check if there's any more common factors. Okay, these are all the rules we went over, so I'm gonna show you some examples about these rules. Alright, so factor completely. So no new rules here, it's just what we've been going over. So the first problem is negative 5x cubed, xy cubed, plus 5x squared y squared. You can see that the greatest common factor is a 5, and it's negative because the first term is negative, and also x and y squared. So it'd be y minus x, and that would be the end of it. Then if you look at ax plus ay minus 2x minus 2y, this has 4 terms, so right away we know it's grouping. So we pull out the a, x plus y, we pull out the negative 2, and we switch the sign, so it's x plus y, a minus 2. And now if we have example 3, if we have say 4x squared minus 9y squared, so it's a binomial difference of 2 squares, so we bundle them together. 2x squared, square root of 4 is 2, and then 3y squared, and then it's 2x minus 3y, 2x plus 3y, the difference of 2 squares. This is what we're doing here: a minus b, a plus b. And if it was 4x squared plus 9y squared, which is 2x squared plus 3y squared, it's prime. Why? Because remember, a squared plus b squared is prime. Okay, so if we have 8x cubed minus 27, this is the difference of 2 cubes, because cube root of 8 is 2 and cube root of 27 is 3. So it's a binomial times a trinomial, 2x 3, and then you square, you multiply, and then you square, and then SOAP. And if it's the sum of cubes, like number 6, 1000 a cubed plus 27b cubed. If you cube root 1000, we get 10. If you cube root 27, you get 3. So again, it's a binomial times a trinomial. You write what you see, no signs yet. You square everything in there, so it's 100a squared. You multiply 30ab. You square everything in there, and then SOAP. And now we have a trinomial. In case we forgot, the first thing we want to do is put it in descending order. So x squared minus 7x plus 6, product is 6 and sum is negative 7. So it's negative 6 and negative 1. So x squared minus 6x minus 1x plus 6, grouping. X into x minus 6 minus 1 x minus 6. It's x minus 6 x minus 1. And now if the leading term is not 1, same idea. So that's number 8. So if I have 6x squared plus 7x minus 20, product is 6 times negative 20, which is negative 120, and sum is 7, so it's negative 8 and 15. Okay, negative 8 times 15 is negative 120, and when you add them, you get 7. So we pull this guy down. We split that up using these numbers, so we're going to do negative 8x plus 15x, and then minus 20. Grouping. So it's 2x and then 3x minus 4. And over here we can take out uh, 5. So it's 3x minus 4. And it's 3x minus 4, 2x plus 5. And I mean, you can practice a lot more, but I'm just gonna do a couple more. 6r squared minus rs minus 2s squared. So remember, for something like this, we pretend this letter is not there. So we're gonna do 6r squared minus r minus 2 first. Product is 6 times negative 2 is negative 12, and sum is negative 1. So it's negative negative 4 and 3. So this would be 6r squared minus 4r plus 3r minus 2. And group them, so it's 2r into 3r minus 2. It's 1 into 3r minus 2. 3r minus 2. 2r plus 1. And then we're going to put an s to get the s squared at the end. And number 10, 9x squared minus 24xy. So as soon as I see a trinomial and the last one is a perfect square, and remember what I did, so you do square root of 9, you get 3, so you do 3x. Square root of 16 is 4, so it's 4y, and then it's plus plus or minus minus, and then you check it and it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, then you try the other method that we always do. So this is basically 6.6.